to Movie Magic 96, your one-stop shop for all things movies, TV, unboxings, and collections. I'm here to celebrate the magic of cinema and everything that surrounds it. Now, let's roll the film. Today, we're taking a nostalgic dive into the very first episode of Dawson's Creek, the teen drama that premiered back in January 1998. And yes, this was my very first time watching it. One of the best things about streaming services is how easy it is to binge older TV shows. And if you know me, you know the 1990s are my favorite decade. Now, growing up in the 2000s, I was always researching and exploring 90s pop culture, mostly through movies from Blockbuster and old school TV reruns. Now, when I think of 90s television, I immediately think of iconic sitcoms like Seinfeld, Friends, and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. For the coming-of-age crowd, it was Kenan and Kel and Boy Meets World. But somehow, I completely missed Dawson's Creek until now. The cast is a 90s dream team. James Van Der Beek, I always knew him best as Mox from Varsity Blues, one of my favorite sports movies. Katie Holmes, I remember her from Disturbing Behavior and as Rachel Dawes in Batman Begins. Joshua Jackson, that's Charlie Conway from the Mighty Ducks. And yes, he even had a quick line in Scream 2. Michelle Williams, she was in Halloween H2O, Venom, and was also married to Heath Ledger. And then there's Kevin Williamson, the mastermind behind it all. The same guy who wrote Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and The Faculty. You can really feel his horror influence in the show's undertones. The first episode was even directed by Steve Miner, who also directed Friday the 13th, Part 2 and 3. So yeah, this show has horror DNA all over it. On January 20th, 1998, Dawson's Creek premiered to 6.75 million viewers. It's wild to think how different TV was back then. No streaming, no rewinding, and if you missed it, you were stuck waiting for a rerun and dodging spoilers from your friends the next day. The show's title alone stands out. Dawson's Creek evokes a unique setting. Unlike typical beach or suburban shows, a small-town creek becomes a character all its own. I immediately love that Dawson is a full-on movie nerd obsessed with Spielberg. His bedroom is a shrine to classic cinema, something many of us can relate to. The pilot doesn't shy away from themes of sexuality, even if they feel a bit tame by today's standards. Still, I bet a lot of teens in 1998 had to keep the volume low during the lines about penis, breasts, and genitalia, just to avoid getting caught by their parents. Joey has a clear crush on Dawson, and he's totally oblivious. Classic teenage dynamic. Pacey, okay, I still think that name is kind of ridiculous, is Dawson's best guy friend and way more forward when it comes to sex. His storyline with the teacher, yeah, still controversial even now. Jen comes in from New York to care for her sick grandfather, but clashes with her religious grandmother over her atheism. Definitely a bold move for a 90s teen drama. Even Dawson's parents aren't drama-free. There's a steamy scene between them, but it's quickly complicated when we find out his mom is cheating with the weatherman. Also, how cool is it that Dawson and Pacey work at a video store? That's honestly my dream teenage job. And Joey using a ladder to climb into Dawson's room, pure 90s TV magic. The show sneaks in some nice horror nods. Dawson rents VHS tapes Creature from the Black Lagoon, and I think Swamp Thing too. Definitely Williamson's fingerprints in there. We also get bits of Jen's darker backstory. Her sister is pregnant out of wedlock, her dad's in prison, and her mom died from cancer. That's a lot to unpack in one episode. So what now? Will Dawson and Jen become a thing? Will Pacey's situation spiral out of control? Will Dawson's perfect life come crashing down? I'm seriously excited to see where this goes. And yes, I'm loving the dose of 90s nostalgia. But please, no spoilers in the comments. This is the only episode I've seen so far. I'm not planning to review every single episode, but this pilot had such an impact, I just had to share my thoughts. Hope you enjoyed this little throwback trip. Now, what was your favorite coming-of-age show growing up, and are you also obsessed with all things 90s like I am? But as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check me out on Instagram at MovieMagic1996. Thank you so much for everything, and go watch a movie today.